Hello guys, it's Lee. Hey, so I just did a video, well, probably one of the last videos I did was on this Craftsman right here. I got it on Marketplace and it didn't need much. But anyway, I'm working on the deck today. So it's a Craftsman. Let me look over here at the hood to make sure I'm telling you right. So that's the hood, DLS 3500. That is, it's probably one of the first ones I've had of that. I think this is a 24-inch deck. It's got two blades, so it's probably 24 inches. But anyway, it was making some loud noises when I was running this mower the other day. So I just decided to take the deck off and inspect. So let me show you one thing I found. I started working on it before I run the video, but this brake was bent back quite a bit. I mean, it was like way back here, and what it was doing, I got this spring off, but it was allowing this to kind of be right up on that. And so anyway, I'm gonna try to loosen these up and reposition this to where it hits flat on the pulley to use as a brake. I know that brake pad looks terrible. That one does too. And I might address that, but that's not my big concern right now. So anyway, that's really, I think, was one of the main problems for this deck. But I have decided, see, listen, that sounds real bad. That might have been what I was hearing. You know, these don't sound that terrible, but I might just rebuild the whole deck. But right now I'm gonna work on this and get that straightened out. I've ordered some parts, so when they come in, we'll get at it. That definitely gotta go. And I probably will do this one too. And what I might do is show how to do it on the cheap. And in other words, I'm not gonna replace the whole mantle. I think that's what it's called, spindle here. I might just take it apart and put new bearings in. Now I know that's just doing it on the cheap and see if we can get away with it. If this housing's not damaged or warped out any at all, then we're good to do that. And if a bearing had seized up inside here, then I might not try it because that heat would warp it and all that. We'll see, the bearings are real universal. So if they don't fit in here right, then I can use them somewhere else. But I'm gonna work on this off camera, just loosen that up, kind of, because I want that to hit real flat, and looks like it's going to. But anyway, so that's what I'm working on right now. I'll be back. So I'm gonna do some reevaluating here. So I took this pulley right here. I just took this one off. It went right there. But listen, I mean, that's what my noise was right there. So that's terrible. So that's one I had on my wall that was I took off a different mower. Probably ought to replace that one. And I'm up in the air about replacing these because that's not really that bad. And if I can get this brake off this one ain't bad either. And they're tight. So I might leave these and just try it. Well, I'm trying to do this one-handed. See, to me that just don't sound that bad, and it's pretty smooth. So that one's going in the trash, so I don't get it confused with a good one. This is one I pulled out. It had a totally different back on it. So that's gonna have to be for something else one day. But this is what I might use. So anyway, I'll go ahead and see if I can find one of these that sounds better. And maybe give it a try. And if it don't work, if it's still loud, I'll come back, because I think a lot of the loud came from this. So we'll see. So that's the ones I got right there. And none of those fit that small one. I got one back there on the deck, but it's a good deck. So if I took it off there, I just have to order one anyway. So I'm gonna pick one up, that little one. And I think I'm gonna put it all back together and put it on the mower and try it. Because I don't wanna, because those I've had decks, those just don't sound that bad. The two mandrels. So I'll be back. All right, so it's about 5 minutes later, and I found this. I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out. All right, so I kept looking. Actually, it was hanging on that wall over there. So you gotta keep all your stuff together. But look at that, that sounds great. That sounds good. So I'm pretty excited. Now that one's going in the trash, so I don't get it. See, listen. All right, so I think I got something good going on here. So I think I'm gonna reinstall the deck and see what happens. So if you don't have a spring puller, here it is. And I'm going to put it right there. Otherwise, you're gonna hurt your hands. You see that? Spring puller. Just getting everything lined up, ready to go. I guess it'd be silly for me not to sharpen the blades, so give me a second. I'm gonna flip this over and sharpen the blades. All right, so I got a 5/8 socket and an impact. If you don't have an impact, might as well get one. So right here, you just hold it. Otherwise, you got a lot of struggles ahead of you getting that off. I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen this up, and I'll be right back. All right, I did both blades. Start it off right here. I lubed everything up too. So what I'm doing here, when I removed it, I just took that bolt out of this cable. A lot of times what people will do is twist that and release it from here. But I've broken this plastic before in doing that. So what I do now is just simply remove the whole bolt. And to me, it's easier. So anyway, I'm putting it back on. All right, guys, it is probably 2 days later. And what I've done is I put the deck on and I put a new belt on because I think that belt was real loose and it was making a rattle. And I'll replace those pulleys. I think the spindle pulleys are okay. I mean, the mandrels are okay. So I'll put a new belt on. And I just tested it. It sounded pretty good. And I also made, I'm pretty sure this is a 46-inch deck. I don't see anything that says it. But I'll put a 42-inch chute on it. So let me show you what I got. Hey, if you like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel. I know it's not perfect, but it kind of protects you a little bit. So let's go out here and test this thing out. I don't know if you can tell, but that sounds a whole lot better. It sounds like it's supposed to. There it is. The mower ran good. I mowed the field, or a couple strips on the field. The deck between the pulleys and the belt, that's what it needed. Now, I'm not saying the mandrels don't need it, but they're not loud, and they probably got another year or two left on them. I'm gonna secure the cable there a little bit better. I didn't do that. Now, I made a makeshift grass chute just because it was dangerous. Look at this. And it's still not perfect, but I at least wanted to cover it up because otherwise your foot would be hitting blades right there if that wasn't there. So I think that's good. The deck is really in good shape. And let's see. All right, I think that's it. So that's that one. I think I'm done with it. I will use it to pull trailers around. Anytime I'm out here, I'll just keep using it because really I still, as good as it's running, I still have some of the old gas in there. I'm trying to burn the gas out. So I might, it looks like it's getting ready to rain, so I might mow with it for 30 minutes. That field, get a couple more strips in to run that gas out. I think it'll probably run a whole lot better. Anyway, all right, I'm out.